capital, the spending and the debt and all this, and now they're no better.
Well, we cut you off there, Senator, so finish your thought now that we've heard Rand Paul as well.
Well, it is the Bernie plan that was a direct cash payment to people. This is redistribution of wealth. And Sandra, that is a pathway we do not want to go down. I have fought against this and having these direct cash payments. And of course, now what they put in this bill is illegal aliens can get direct cash payments.
Senator, then why
and get it retroactively.
Then why did the leader of your party in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, give it his praise? And why was this not stopped by the White House negotiators who put this together, including Steve Mnuchin?
There is a lot of good that is in the bill. Some things that we needed to have done are included in the bill, and this is always a negotiation. For me, the bill goes far too left and embraces too many of these socialistic type ideas that I don't appreciate and don't stand for. And Sandra, this is a great example of why we need budget reform.
This is some of the foreign aid in the bill, and I know this is just some of what you and other Republicans are taking issue with. $700 million to Sudan, $453 million for Ukraine, $250 for Israel and Palestine. Cambodia gets $86 million, $35 million for Burma, Pakistan, including $10 million for gender programs. So if you can't sign this bill, and of course we're talking about the COVID relief bill tied to the spending bill, if you can't sign this bill, what happens next days from the new year here? I mean, what are you going to do over the weekend?
We'll see what the president's next step is with this and what action he is going to take. And so the ball is in his court right now. But when it comes back to us, and Sandra, this is one of the reasons we have to hold these 2 Senate seats in Georgia. We need budget reform. Senator David Perdue has been one of the leaders on budget accountability and reform. We need a line item veto so that things that are wasteful, like money for museums when museums are in lockdown, this is the type thing that needs to be pulled out.
I think many in your party will say there's a time and a place. I get it, but you're saying for COVID relief, let's get payments to the American people. Let's help out those who are struggling the most. Here's the New York Post this morning. This COVID relief bill is why Congress is hated, Senator, as the headline. The editorial board writes Americans will want to know why politicians' pet projects took priority over the needs of a pandemic-plagued nation. No matter that we favor a few of these stealth line items, just like you're saying, Senator, there's so many that everyone can find something to like, but that doesn't reduce the overall reek, says the New York Post editorial board. Do you support the $2,000 payments that the president proposed? And Nancy Pelosi said, let's do it.
What we need to do is get people back to work, kids back to school, liability protections for business, because the best economic stimulus there is a job. You saw it in our nation's economy in 2019. The Tax Cut and Jobs Act that we had passed, it lifted people out of poverty. Government doesn't create jobs.
Senator, I'm running out of time, but with the specifics in that COVID relief bill, though, that's going to have to be negotiated and worked out pretty soon. Do you support $2,000 to Americans that the president proposed? Nancy Pelosi says she's for it.
Nancy Pelosi is always going to be for giving more money away and redistribution of wealth. I want to make certain that we have targeted relief to individuals that are in desperate need of help, who lost their job through no fault of their own. But just to say one size fits all is incorrect in this pandemic.
But you have to talk about numbers, because a number has to go in there, Senator. And are you just not answering the question, or do you not want to commit to it?
What I want to make certain is that we pass policies that are going to create the environment for the American people to get back to work. People do not want to have government in control of their lives. They want to be in control of their lives, Sandra. And it is our job to create the environment, the private sector, to get back to work. Getting a vaccine into the marketplace helps.
Before I let you go, I'm sorry, I'm running out of time. Could you just respond then to Lindsey Graham? Because he says Your Republican colleague says that this package, while imperfect, it will save jobs and lives. The sooner this bill becomes law, this is 8:30 last night that he sent this out, the better. It will allow millions of businesses to avoid bankruptcy, deliver vaccines faster, help those unemployed, provide money for families who are struggling. Relief is on the way as soon as this bill becomes law. So what do you say to your Republican colleague who said, you know, he might not love it, but it's necessary, and he's a yes on it?
Relief to those that are struggling is necessary. Another round of PPP and plussing up some of the unemployment.
Is he wrong?
But Sandra, here's the thing. Here is the thing. It is an insult to people to put all this money into foreign aid and museums and programs and not prioritize the spending in this budget. The American people that are hurting need relief. They don't need money for museums and arts and foreign aid right now. I've got to leave it there, Senator.
We're out of time. But if I could just circle back on that number, because the president put a number out there, are you willing to? How much should go to the American people who need it?
What I'm willing to do is targeted relief. That is where I have been from day one. Help those that need the help.
Okay. Senator, appreciate your time this morning. Happy holidays to you and your family. Thank you.
And to you, too. Thank you.
Trace?
Well, President